and welcome to Hoosier Nation on this week's episode of This is Indiana. I'm Samantha Daywing.
And I'm Margot Andrews. It was a busy weekend for our spring sports, so let's get started. As spring football wraps up, the annual Cream and Crimson Spring Game is this Saturday, April 14th. Fans can enjoy a free pigskins and pancake breakfast with the team from 9:30 to 11 a.m., as well as a kids clinic with stations including tackling, kicking, passing, and catching from 10:15 to 11 a.m. The Big Ten Network will stream the game live on BTN To Go and the Big Ten Digital Network, as well as airing the game on its regular station on Monday. It's an event you don't want to miss. Admission is free and all Hoosier fans are welcome.
The men's golf team posted a 3-round total of 1 under 853 to finish third in the NYX Hoosier Invitational. Northwestern ended up eventual winners of the tournament, and IUPUI came in second. Sophomore David Mills was the top finisher for Indiana, tying for third after a final round 71. Mills finished the tournament with 4 under 209 to mark his second top 5 showing of the season. Senior David Erdy was one of only 4 players breaking 70 on Sunday, posting a 2 under 69 to finish the tournament tied for 7th. IU coach Mike Myers said that the team had some good things going, but couldn't sustain it throughout the day. If the team doesn't play at its best all day long, then it can get extremely tough to beat anyone else.
It was a big weekend for men's tennis. The team defeated number 68 Nebraska on Sunday with a final score of 4-3. The Hoosiers won the doubles point, along with wins at 1, 4, and 5 singles. In doubles, Azadeh Juno and Jeremy Langer took a 9-8 victory at number 1, while Stephen Vogel and Will Kendall won at number 3 with a 8-4 victory. In singles, Azadeh Juno came through at number 1 after coming back from a 5-7 loss in the first set to take the second and third set 6-2 and 6-4. The Hoosiers return home this weekend to host Wisconsin, DePaul, and Minnesota.
Stanford University in Birmingham, Alabama introduced former Indiana men's basketball assistant Benny Seltzer as their new head coach for the 2012-2013 season. Seltzer, who is originally from Birmingham, spent the past 6 years as an assistant for Coach Tom Crean, 4 with Indiana and 2 with Marquette. Seltzer specializes in recruiting and even more so in player development. He was selected as one of the 4 court coaches for the USA Basketball National Team Trials in 2004. That team eventually went on to win a gold medal. College basketball analyst for ESPN, Jay Billis, said that Seltzer is an outstanding coaching choice as Stanford's head coach. He is smart, energetic, and passionate. He has a great feel for the game and for players, and has a tremendous work ethic.
The women's soccer team is now 2-0 on its spring schedule as the team defeated the University of Southern Indiana with a final score of 5-1. 5 players had points in the game. Coach Mick Lyons commented saying it was a great weekend of progress. Along with team development, 7 players also had the chance to make their first start for the Hoosiers. Indiana returns to the field for more spring action this Saturday when they take on Valparaiso at the U School Field at 1 p.m.
The baseball team reclaimed a share of first place in the Big Ten standings after cruising to a 12-3 victory over Illinois over the weekend. Indiana is now 14-16 overall and 5-2 in the conference. Freshman Sam Travis drove in 5 runs to add to a 17-game hitting streak. The Hoosiers exploded in the 3rd inning, sending 11 batters to the plate and scoring 7 runs. IU continued to pour it on in the 6th, increasing the Hoosiers' lead to 10-0. Both teams were able to tack on a few more runs before the game was over to give the Hoosiers a 12-3 win and a 1-0 lead in the series.
It never hurts to beat Purdue, especially by a large margin. The Indiana softball team defeated the Boilermakers last weekend with a final score of 9-5. Junior Amanda Wagner hit 2 home runs to drive in 4 hits, marking her second career 2-home-run game. Wagner went 4 for 4 with 4 runs batted in and helped the Hoosiers extend their winning streak against Purdue to 4, the longest streak since 1996 and 1997 seasons. Laura Olson earned her win after pitching 3.1 innings of relief while giving up 4 hits and 1 earned run.
The men's soccer team had a 16-5 shot attempt advantage over their spring game over Butler, but the ball just couldn't find the back of the net in a 0-0 tie game. The Hoosiers are now 1-1-1 for the spring season. The Hoosiers lost the majority of their key defensive players after this past season, and after an early loss to Bradley, it was evident that defense was the focal point for this game. Goalkeeper Louis Sofner was never tested in front of his net, tallying 3 saves for his first shutout of the season. The Hoosiers' back line looked much more cohesive as well, never giving the Bulldogs a good look. On the offensive end, midfielder A.J. Corrado led Indiana with 5 shot attempts. Fellow midfielder Harrison Petts had 3, and forward Nikita Kotlov had 2 shots on goal.
Well, that wraps up this week's Hoosier Nation recap. I'm Margot Andrews.
Make sure you tune in next week because we will have all of your highlights for the annual Cream and Crimson Spring Football Game. I'm Samantha Daywig.
And when we come back, I get up close and personal with IU volleyball player Whitney Granado.